Okay, I've completed row 6, which is the bottom of my white daisies, and I'm going to go straight across with row 7. It's a very straightforward, relatively quick, but don't be too quick, row. At the very bottom of my blanket, you can see how it's going to look kind of in reverse. So you've got the bottoms of daisies, and then you've got this bridge going across the center of each one, which is 2 chains every time. And in between the 2 chains, over the daisy, the center of the daisy, you've got 3 chains here between the shoulder, the left shoulder of the daisy, and this single crochet, and then you got another 3 chains between the single crochet and the upper right shoulder of this part of the daisy. So I'll go ahead and show you how to do it. This is what we're going for there. All right, I've already begun, and I'm going to try to center up here under the camera, maybe zoom in just a little. Okay, so I've got my 3 chains in my 2, and I'm hooked into the upper left shoulder of the bottom of this daisy half. So I like to call this the upper left shoulder of the daisy and this the upper right shoulder. It's really just the tops of those 2 clusters. So one reason I love this row is there's no clustering, no double crochet times 2, whatever. It's just single crochets and chains. So it's pretty easy, a lot less opportunity to get your yarn all hung up, right? Okay, so here I'm going to pick up the pattern by chaining 3. 1, 2, 3. Get centered a little bit better. And then I'm going to look for this single crochet here, and I'm going to do a single crochet into that and chain 3 again. Wait a minute, I've messed up my yarn here. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3 chains again. I'm going to stretch from the single crochet, this V, over to the upper right shoulder of this first cluster or petal. So I've chained 3. I'm going to go right into the top of this, just like we did when we did the double crochet clusters, right into that V. But I'm just going to do a single crochet. Oops, not a slip stitch, guys. Let's try again. I'm getting a little bit out of sorts there. Single crochet. And then when you cross the daisy, you only do 2 chains. That's the only time you do 2 chains. 1, 2. Let's get this over a little bit more. All right, so you're gonna span all the way across the daisy. It feels pretty far, but it's gonna be fine. We're going to do a single crochet into the upper left shoulder of this part of the daisy, or right into the top of the cluster like we've been doing on other rows. Single crochet, chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. And then come across and look for the single crochet or this V. I'm going to go into the single crochet and do a single crochet. I can do it. I can get it through there. Yeah, I'm hung up. This crazy yarn. Let me fix it. There. And chain 3 again. 1, 2, 3. Now, this one always feels a little closer than I want it to, but you're just going to go over to the upper right shoulder there of that lower half of the daisy and single crochet right into the top. under that V, single crochet, and because we're about to go across the daisy, we're only going to chain 2 this time. All right, my blanket's slipping because it's getting heavy because I'm almost finished. All right, the top upper left shoulder there, single crochet, and 3 chains. 1, 2, 3. And so you can see how it begins to look. It's basically creating a nice straight line across the top. And then the upper half of the daisy would go there if you were going to choose to continue. I'm going to stop here on my blanket, and that's going to be my upper edge.